Hi everybody, it's Megan. I'm trying out a new camera. Hopefully this thing works pretty well. You guys might get a little bit better perspective because look, it's hands-free. It mounts to the side of my head. I know, kind of crazy. I know this might look a little different than it normally does. That's because I'm not at my apartment. I'm actually at my parents' place. This is their backyard and their garden space, which is kind of junky right now, but that's okay. I'm going to clean it up after I get the plants in. As you can see, we had a sudden little rainstorm, so it's a little wet back here, but that's okay. Gardening involves getting dirty. Now I'm just going to get muddy. It's all good. So I have a garden here in some earth boxes that used to be my uncle's, but when he passed, my mom grabbed them so they didn't go just off into the ether. And what I'm going to do as my mom's Mother's Day present is I'm going to plant her a little vegetable garden. So I've got two different kinds of tomatoes. One's a hybrid, one's an heirloom. I've got some spicy globe basil. I'm going to plant some sugar snap peas and some carrots. I also have some Valencia orange bell peppers, and I have a Japanese eggplant. Now, you guys saw the Japanese eggplant at the apartment. I have one that's still at the apartment. When I bought this eggplant, I had two. So, yeah, that's the deal with the plants. Now, I'm going to get to planting, and I'm going to show you guys just how easy it is to plant in this soil as I'm reaching back into my back pocket to get my my ingredients. And I'm going to use one of my dad's buckets as a soil holder. Oh, hello, Mr. Gigantic Spider that's now dead. I don't like spiders. They freak me out. So I'm just going to go ahead and scoop out a good portion of soil here so that when I put this eggplant in, I'm not fighting with the extra dirt. As you can see, an earth box is very different from my boxes, but this is what my mom had and this is what she wanted me to use, so that's what I'm using. It's a plastic box with a grate in the bottom that's held up by a riser, and it holds the plant up and out of what would be a water reservoir. So after the plant gets established and the roots start to trickle down to the bottom, my mom's not going to have to water quite so much because the plant's going to absorb water as it needs it from the roots dangling in the water, hopefully. Or at least that's the theory. So I'm just going to go ahead and pry this guy up. See, he's already started to set new roots into this soil, so I don't want to completely kill its new root structure. I'm just going to set him right down in there. Here we go. Awesome. That was simple. And then I've got all this other dirt here. I'll put a little bit more of the soil that he's used to around him. And then I'm going to take, this is Mel's mix. It's the same mix that I used back at the apartment. You'll notice that the vermiculite particles are a little bit smaller. Merrifield was actually either out of or gave me the wrong thing. Either one doesn't really matter. It's different. It's not bad, it's just different. The coarse grade, so this is, I believe it's the medium grade. So yes, I just put dirt all over my plant, but that's okay. It will not care in the long run. And broke off a leaf, but again, it will not care in the long run. So I put some lovely soil around him. And then, of course, his plant tag, which it's a Mother's Day present. We have a family thing about dragonflies. So I saw these at Merrifield, and I was just like, these are too perfect. I have to have them. So I get my plant tag back, and Mom gets the dragonflies, which I know she'll enjoy. So it's that simple. I'm going to go ahead and plant all the rest of these, and hopefully I will be able to figure out how to do the the fast cam. So I'll make the whole planting section really, really fast. All right? See you in a second, guys. Yeah. rock. Alright. So, me. Okay, so what I'm doing, as you guys can see, is not doing a slow vid or a speed up video right here. I'm going to show you how to trench a tomato. Now, trenching a tomato literally means I'm going to provide it more space to grow roots. So what you do is you plant the tomato so that this whole part of the stem, all the way up to this, and maybe even this one, I haven't decided yet, are going to be buried in the ground so that the little hairs can become roots. So to do that, you have to be a little ruthless and break off some branches. And then you literally just place the root ball sideways after you tickle it, just like any other plant. Fill in around it a little bit. And then, yep, I am going to take that one. All right. You bend the plant and you bury it, just like you otherwise would. Okay, and then this plant came with this really cool little mini trellis, so I'm going to use this bad boy to make sure this guy is safe. Wink. To make sure he knows that he's supposed to set roots and stand up straight from here. Okay, so it's just enough to hold him up and make him go, ah, what am I doing? All right, also since I'm trenching and I'm trying to get him to develop some root structure, I'm going to go ahead and break off these blossoms that are right here. I know it seems kind of heartless, but it's actually the best thing for this plant right now because I want him to put his energy into growing roots, not producing fruit. So I'm going to shake his dirt off of him a little bit and tag him. Good. All right, now, basil. I have spicy globe basil here. Yay. Basil and carrots are amazing things. Hi, everybody wave to the handsome bear. This is my boyfriend. He's helped me out mixing soil. It rained, he's wet. That's why he has the towel on his head, looks silly. Basil and carrots are amazing companion plants for tomatoes. Not only do they taste good together, but they also are actually beneficial to each other because one discourages insects that are harmful to the other. So basil discourages harmful bugs for tomatoes, and tomato does it for basils. Same thing with carrots. So, ooh, this guy doesn't have much of a root structure. We're going to put him in the ground, put some soil around him, and we're done. All right, now we're going to move on to the other box, which I am going to seriously zoom through and hopefully get this done right. Baby, can you do me a favor? Go in the kitchen. I left the seeds in there that got a little bit wet. Put them back in their packets and bring them out to me. Thank you. He's a little growly. He wasn't expecting to be on YouTube, but it happens. It's okay. He'll get over it. All right. And then do this other one. Same thing. Break, 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 break. Toss. That's a compost pile. My family just does a pile. It's all good. Meh. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Teas. And plant. This guy doesn't get trenched quite so much, but that's okay. I'm just going to use a stick to hold him up. There we go. And then that guy gets his thing. This is a Cherokee Purple, and that one's an Early Girl. So these two will grow together and be delicious. Alright, while we're waiting for my lovely boyfriend, who's so awesome to help me tonight, or today, as I'm getting a little bit rained on, but that's okay, to get back. Oh, I can't even do that. He forgot to bring it. Awesome. That's okay. I have some coca shell mulch that I'm going to plant, and I'm going to plant those, or I'm going to put that on top of all this soil to hold in some moisture. And then that little ash container that's right there, that's some more compost from my Mel's Mix. I'm going to top dress before I put the compost on, which is a little bit more compost so that it gets with a little bit more nutrients down into the soil. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll give you another update on my garden sometime soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.